Hey guys, Sunstreaker Wozza here. Welcome back to another Thursday stream where, yes, we're going to be covering all the important news, all the important topics in Transformers Earth Wars this week. So, we're going to be talking about Big Daddy, having another look at him. So, I've looked at a video on the initial playtest on how he was when we sort of first got him, and there's been some slight tweaks. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. Sort of give you my lowdown as well on what I think of the bot as well. Brand new combat coming to the game next week, and yeah, looking forward to the event. We're also looking a bit about Acid and Fire and doing a few tests. Want to see how it's working within the game with something specific as well, which we'll talk a bit about later on. We're going to be talking about the great new changes, the quality of life changes, not balance of life. The quality of life changes coming to the game sort of this week, and what is coming soon. So super pumped for that. Some really good changes. I'm going to be going through my war team as well and how it's changed over time and why, and maybe give you guys some tips on maybe how to change your war team to be more effective in the current meta. Talk about the bots that I'm going for, the bots that I'm looking to level, and give you reasons why I'm doing that as well, and sort of, give you an idea on where I'm going with my war team. And then I'm going to do a bit of a showcase as part of that about a particular bot that has really revitalized my team for a number of reasons. So if you do watch my stream, then you might have an idea on who that is, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, this bot is nothing new, but has totally changed my playstyle, and yeah, crazy good. And giving you guys some tips on how to use him, and I think most players know how to use him, maybe, I get it, it's an easy ability to sort of, use, but certain things that people might not realise, I thought, oh yeah, I didn't think of that, that helps. So, hopefully I can give you guys some tips on how to use this bot and how it can be good for you in your war attacks. So yeah. But let's have a look who we have got in the chat today. So, just give me a second. So we have got Stay Puffed, Jason Rowley, we've got E-Rods. I'm glad that the alerts worked for you, Jason Rowley. Good. We've got Lord Avix as well, Penny Lancaster, Mitchell VF1J, Ray Belmont, Richard Trinder, DDEX76, my brother Grind Time. How's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Well, I say good to see you. I see you most days, if fair, but hey. We've got Chris Harmon as well. We've got Carnage McIte, the Mercenary Terror as well, Ronald Van Holland, Andrew Stevenson, MD Prime. Who else have we got? Charge YouTube, Jamie Carpenter. Yeah, all is well, buddy, apart from one thing we'll talk about in a minute, nothing major, but and we've got AJ and we've got Actual Whale. Only a few people in the chat today, but I presume more people just join up shortly when they get notifications and stuff. I hope the notifications are working, but hey, who knows. But yeah, all's good apart from one thing, that literally my water was, not water was gone. We've got water. We can shower and bathe and things like that, but the tap water, so there's been a problem with the water somewhere. There's been a water leak or something, and so the water's coming out a bit cloudy, so literally we're stuck on a warm bottle of water or a cold in the fridge bottle of water. But hey, that's not the end of the world, is it? Let's be honest. Just no tap water to drink, but hey, I'm sure I can live a bottle of water for a while. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, yeah, always good. As long as the water doesn't go off, I'm alright, as long as we keep the water. But it's been like this a few days now, so yeah. How best to use Skyrain? No, it's not Skyrain. Oh, and Dale's in the chat. Hey, thanks for joining, Dale, as well. Good to see you. And Solus, yeah, I saw you in the stream, actually. Yeah, he said this is 6. So I did see that, yeah. Penn Lancaster, I think your water's bad. You should check out what is going on in Ohio with the train derailment. I presume that's to do with water. Don't know. I don't know. Yeah, cool. What else is in the chat? Let's have a look then quickly. What's everyone talking about? Wozza, I just got 5-star Octane just for you. Yeah, it's a bit of a hard one. Ooh, it's so hard. I mean, I've not done much testing with him, and Sandstorm, but there's still something wrong. I don't know what it is. I've tried this bot in a couple of low-level wars. It just tends to die. I don't think it's his range. I'm not too sure. I don't know if it's a bug. I don't know if it's something else. I don't know. There's just something about the bot that he just dies quickly. I need to work out what it is, because I'm not entirely sure. So I do need to do more testing. But with that amount of healing, he can't be that bad. He can't be that bad of a bot. It's impossible. So, but you know, I'm loving triple changes right now. Triple changes are doing really good, and I remember Yanis mentioning triple changer cores. So, yeah, I think we need them. I think something, you know, would be decent. I was thinking about triple changer combats, but then thought it's very specific. But then how are you going to do that? Because you've got some melee, you've got some ranged. So I don't think triple changer combats would work. But a triple changer core would work. So yeah, interesting. Yeah. But yeah, just want to give it a quick plug as well. Don't forget, we are doing our members giveaway literally next week. Someone will be winning a $50 gift card next week. If you are a platinum member, you are in the draw. Plain and simple. But you've got to be in it to win it. Plain and simple. So if you consider being a platinum member, click the join button on my page and consider becoming a member, and you can be in with a $50 gift card. And I have said, once I get above 20 members, I think I'm on 17 members now. Once I get above 20, I'll make it $75. So I will up it. So the more members I get, the more I give away. Plain and simple as that. So yeah, if you want to be in with a shout of a decent gift card for the next big event, because normally when I do these, it's normally around the end of Saga, just by chance. I used to do it bi-monthly, and then the way that the events have worked out just aligned with the you know, end of Saga events. So if you want to be in with a shout of you know, a decent gift card for the big events, then consider being a platinum member. Yeah. What else? Stay Puff, what combat using on Sandstorm? I think I tried Top Shot and tried Flak. So I haven't tried Nightstick though, which would make sense really, I think. It was Acid and Acid I suppose, but yeah, I've got to do a bit more testing. But yeah. Grand Ted's put, don't you agree the combiner timer beers needs to go? I don't have a combiner beer timer. I don't know what you're on about there. Samantha, should I go for 5-star Blur or 5-star Rook first? Ooh. Oh, it's hard. That's a hard one, really. It depends what level player you are. I think if you're lower level than Blur will help you level a lot more bots than Rook would. But if you want a war bot, then maybe Rook. I don't know. It's a hard one actually. They're both really good bots. I don't think you can go wrong with either. But if you're going for 5-star Blur out of that batch of 5, or you're going for Rook out of that batch of 5, I go for Rook. I think Rook's batch is probably the best in the game right now. So if you're gonna choose from any batch, then I'd go for that batch. I'll go for the batch with Rook in, rather than the current batch. The current batch I'm not really impressed with that much. I think there's better batches out there. So, but Rook's batch is probably the best in the game. So yeah. MD Prime, triple change of combats are already in the game. They're the ones that are weapon first. Then the bot dies and the combat becomes a... No, I didn't mean like in that sense. I meant combats that can only be equipped on triple changes. That's what I meant by that. Like as a class. But yeah. Cool. Right, let's have a look at the news. That's quite a bit to go through today. So, Bar Weep Nana Weep Ninny Bong. We are up to this weekend's event, which is called In Flux. And it is the Titan Week. And I've got to be honest, I'm not excited for the Titan part. I'm more excited for the 5-star shards, if I'm honest. Yeah, I've done my review of Fort Max, and the jury's still to go out yet. And there's still more to come for it. So I'm not blown away by Fort Max yet. But it's a good addition, but not blown away by it. So I'm still thinking that Metroplex will do a job for now. but from what I'm understanding is that holo makes a big difference in the balance of winning and losing. So we'll have to wait and see, really. But yeah, definitely loving these 5-star shards. So yes, this weekend's event is for 1.75 mil, so it's a big event. You're talking like 45k if you want to complete the event, so quite big. If you are looking for an alliance still, I presume everyone's got an alliance for this now and sorted. But if you are still looking, there is a part of Discord where you can go and sort of, you know, ask around and sort of say, like, you know, I need an alliance, or go and see people that are having alliances that are searching for players. So be sure to go and check that out in the official Discord server. So we've got a 4-star Fortress Maximus part, obviously 1.75 mil. Then we've got 1,650 5-star shards. Wow. Wow. Well worth it. 5,200 4-star shards. Again, great prize. 13,000 3-star shards. Even then, you're talking an extra 900 4-star shards, I think. So, no, not quite. Maybe 500, I think. I don't know. But yeah. And then 60 prems, and you'll probably get a dupe from that, or a 4-star bot. So, yeah, pretty decent. And then 325,000 Combiner Spark and 325,000 Spark. So still some good prizes on offer. Then they've got bot building and G1 and Transmetal G1 power cores. And then Battle Tactic MK3 chest. I did make an actual bit of a joke in the chat today that they've called it Battle Tactic chests. I was like, well, are we going to start seeing Transformers Legends chests, or Transformers Rising chests, or Forged to Fight chests? You know, other Transformers games. I'm sure there's a copyright issue there, surely. But yeah, Battle Tactics chest. But as you can see, sort of all the rewards are scattered throughout. So yeah, decent. The normal battle zones. Game updates and information. So there's a new support system. So they're sort of going away from using the email address that we have in the past. And they've asked everyone to sort of go through this link instead. Just as a way to contact support, so sort of changing that. So make sure you give that a bit of a read, guys, especially if you are through trying to get some support in some way, or get a recovery code or something, because that'll be the fastest way to get it. Yeah, just explaining not to give feedback really through tickets, just sort of clogs them up. There is a space on Discord where you can sort of give your ideas, and you can up and down vote things. So I suggest to go and do that. So if you've got to do ideas, go in the ideas section, post your idea, and go and upvote, and you know, any ideas that you think are relevant in the game as well. Yeah. They've added a welcome achievement. We'll have a look at that a bit later on, like I said. So some players weren't getting that, so they've sort of opened it up to basically everyone. So yeah, cool. And the Power Core Exchange has finally come to the game. I have answered so many questions about this. People going like, when's it coming, Wozza? When's it coming, Wozza? And then we got the core sorting tool last week. And they're like, is this it? I was like, no, this is not it. They're like, when's it coming? I was like, chill out, guys. Chill out, it's coming. So yeah, it's finally in the game. I'm actually quite glad because I've got so many questions on this. How many will it be? I'm like, I've not got a clue. Listen, I presume 10. That's what I always said. I thought 10 was quite fair, to be fair. And that's what I think they saw 10 on the stream, maybe 5. I thought 10 was fair. 10 gold for a Gmail. I think it's 10 silver for a gold. And I think that's pretty fair. You know, especially when you're going for G1s. I think that maybe we'll talk about it a bit later on, but yeah, it's a good addition. Really good addition. So yeah, it's gone through the pricing there, so you can see, yeah. So yeah, 5 of any combination for 1, and then 10 of any combination for that core. So yeah, cool. Yes, there's been a price increase from Apple, and what I've heard, for the UK anyway, it just means that now Apple users are paying the same as Android users. I actually said today, I was like, I'm quite disappointed no one told me that, because I've got an Apple device. I could have bought a lot more things on. But yeah, I think they've been equaled out, but maybe in some other countries Apple will cost more now. I don't really know. But hey, it's just one more reason to become an Android user. Who wants to be an Apple user? Come on, guys. Get with the times. And then Tex has done the cool sort of update showing us how to check all the stats on Scouter Base. We'll be looking at that as well. We're talking a bit about the tech tree and sort of what I've done recently. We're looking at with my sort of update. Then we've got Tex's sort of thoughts on the 4-star Fortress Maximus and Scorponok part. Then go and check out your content creators, obviously NJ Hoist, Freezes Max, Soldier, and Sunstreaker Wozza, and put it in the chat if you would like to see Grind Time come back doing content again. Come on, Grind Time, get on it. Come on, it needs to get back on it again. Put it in the chat, guys. What do you think? Should Grind Time start up again? I think so. Then we've got Community Corner. And then we've got the Saga schedule, and yes, we are in week 3 or 4. And Dale needs to get his skates on, because either one or two things is happening here. Either they don't have a clue what's going on after this, or they're being very secretive. One of the two. So we'll wait to see. But they need to show the whole saga. And we have sort of said that in the past, that you need to plan well in advance, and we need to get the bots earlier. And we'll talk a bit about Big Daddy as well, and the process, and talk about that shortly as well when we sort of review it. Then bug fixing improvements. They're making massive strides in this bug fixing improvements now, and this is really good. But I think they needed this last November, and I know it's because they've just got Adam on the team, and he's super good at his job and experienced, and it's good. But they needed this for so long. I think they've just been playing catch up really for the last 4 months. So it's really good to have someone on the team that can do this. So Sidetrack and Growl we're still in the field when you deployed your combiner. I presume that's been fixed. Trip Up and Roller Force, they were getting stuck in an area, so and the minions and stuff. I haven't really noticed it, honestly, but we'll see. Yeah, apparently it's an issue, so solve that. Dinobot and Dinobot 2 weren't popping the combiner beacon. See, I didn't think it was that. What I thought was they weren't casting to where they were supposed to be. So I was pressing on a certain defense, and they were casting short of that, and so it wasn't popping them because it wasn't casting in the right area. But maybe it's that they weren't just popping them. I don't know. I was a bit lost. I actually sent a video today. I was saying, look at this, and I pressed on the defense, and it so the defense was behind the wall. So my idea was that I'd pop that, and then Dinobot would try and get through the wall, but not go through it, so it wouldn't go too far ahead. That was my plan. And then all the hollows popped this side of the wall, so it didn't trigger, and that was his sole purpose, was to trigger the combiner beacon, and then he died. So yeah, thanks for that. But yeah, I believe that has been fixed. And then there's reports that Air Raid's fusion bomb wasn't working in Cybertron and below, which is a bit weird. Yeah, but they said they've seen this is working, so maybe come back to them. I don't know. Maybe it's in a certain, certain situation. Who knows? Like I said, I only really war in Prime League, so I couldn't really say. But, yeah. And then Firefly and Blastoff 6 going to trigger Happy. They've tested the ability to not be able to cast on the edge of the area. Yeah, I have noticed this. It's right on the edge sometimes. I'd have to send a video in to really, but I've actually witnessed this one. But I've never sent a video in. I'll be honest with you, there's quite a few bots that do this, so I've kind of gone, oh yeah, it's just one of them things again. Like, like we accept, replays are not working. You just accept it because it's never been fixed. So there's loads of bots that do this, where the edge of the casting area doesn't work, and you sort of just accept that that's just the way it is. So I'm glad they're actually working on things like this though, and hopefully they can address it. And they've put they're working hard on implementing these, plus another batch of fixes for next Thursday. Which, yeah, I agree. They are working hard on bug fixes now, so it is good to see. So, yeah. So, let's just check the chat. I've put my camera right in view of the scroll bar. There we go. Yes, everyone said, yes, we need more grind time. It's grind time. We need grind time back on the grind. Well, it's still on the grind, but yeah. Cool. AJ, you haven't missed much. You just missed the news. Let's miss the news. So, let's go into the game. One second. Technical difficulties. And there we go. Cool. So ignore the base. It's just for test server purposes. We're doing a bit of testing and things like that. But let's have a look at Big Daddy. So I did say that there has been some changes to Big Daddy since we sort of last looked at him. But I am glad to say there's not been some huge changes. So if you go back and watch my last sort of video, I did say how good he was. I was impressed with him. I really liked him. And then I talked to Adam about, I thought that maybe he was doing a bit too much damage. And to be fair on Adam, he actually went through the numbers and it was quite impressive. I'm not going to lie. Because he was like, yeah, but he's doing this much damage and you've got to take this into consideration and this much damage per second. But he's firing 3 missiles in that time, so you got to divide it by the amount of missiles and time it by the time duration. And like, it was like, okay. And I sort of understood the maths a bit, but I sat there working out myself and I was like, oh yeah, he's got the maths right, to be fair. He's actually done the maths. He's really gone through it. And I was like, listen, I just don't want this bot to be, changed afterward because it doesn't match the tooltip. And he's like, no, I've done the testing and I've run it 5 times. I'm pretty confident that it is right. So you know what? If a guy's going to go to that lengths to make sure, then I'm going to trust that it is. So I'm hoping it stays like this because it is crazy good. Really crazy good. And it excites me when I get this sort of content. Because I've said in the past that I really want to talk positive about this content, but I'm not going to do that unless it is positive. You can rest assured that when I do my reviews, I'm not, people say, oh, Wozza is kissing her ass and things like that. But no, you can rest assured that if I say something is good, honestly, guys, it's because it is good. I'm not here to sort of, please anyone or anything like that. And honestly, put it this way, I want Nightstick badly. I really want Nightstick. But I also want Sidetrack. So do I wait? Do I try and pull Nightstick? Do I want Trip Up? Or do I wait for the next batch where the next batch of 5 come out? And if the next batch of 5 has got Sidetrack and Big Daddy in it, that's a big plus. And for me, it really depends on what we get next. Because at the minute, we've got Sidetrack, Big Daddy and Bash Breaker, I believe. Now, Bash Breaker is not for me. I'm not a big fan at all. I don't really like anything about it, if I'm honest. I'm not a big fan of these increasing sort of DPS, combats. I like something that's going to do something a bit different. We've got all this already. I've got these. If you've got Windstrike, you don't need Sawtooth and Bashbreaker really. They don't give you a much different advantage, But Big Daddy offers something really different. Sidetrack offers something really different. Steeljaw does, Zor does. All these sort of combats that I really like offer something different. Same as the gunner combats, like Nightstick, like Top Shot, like Flag. They all offer something different that no other combat does. And that's why they're unique and that's why they're so good. And that's why I like Big Daddy. And I like Big Daddy, and I can't believe I'm saying them words, but I like Big Daddy for 2 reasons. 1, I can see a really good use for him on attack, and 2, I can see a really good use for him on defense, and that's the selling point for me. And Sidetrack the same. You look at him and go, I can use it either way. I can use it on defense, can use it on offense. It's going to be really good either way. And again, it just opens up that choice and doesn't pigeonhole them as this is a combat for attack, this is a combat for defense. Really, really good. But for those that didn't see it before, we will take a look at them. So, Big Daddy, when maxed out, has 19,872 health. So, in comparison, crazy good health. 2k more than Zor, which is crazy. And 280 DPS. So, yeah, less DPS than Zor. But he uses long-range missiles. And Adam said in the stream, it's not missiles. They will hit their target every single time. Against bots and combiners, dealing triple DPS. And it is crazy damage that he does against them combats and combiners. Now, in my last test, it did do quadruple, and it's been reduced to triple. But to be honest with you, you don't really notice that much. It's only a quarter of the damage, but it still is crazy good. And watching this guy on offense, is mad, but we're going to try it on defense as well. And I'll be honest with you, I've not actually tried it on defense. It's pretty obvious how it's going to work, but we'll give it a go. But I can imagine it being savage. So, we're going to give that guy a go. And then we have got the Decepticon 4-star to sort of compare. I didn't show him in the last video, apologies, I forgot, so we'll show him now. But Groundhog as a 4-star has 14,000 health and deals 197 DPS. And again, it does say quadruple DPS, but I presume that's been changed and I just forgot to change the wording. But it is triple. It just says quadruple for the con, but I'm sure that gets changed before release. But yeah, let's give this guy a whirl. Let's check in the chat, see if we've got any questions before we make a start. Was it you nerfed him? Yeah, it was me again, obviously. It's quite funny, actually. Honestly, like, I don't get it. Honestly, I do not get it. Like, people think that, honestly, I determine whether the box gets buffed or nerfed, and I'm baffled by it, honestly. It's like people believe that I'm the only tester in there. I think that people believe that I'm the only person in that room with the apes. And then all the testers go, this is really, really, really good. And I go, no, it's too OP. And the apes go, yeah, well, listen to Wozza. Part of me would like that sometimes, but part of me would not like that. You know, no one's single opinion is really good. You need a sort of different opinions, and it's good to sort of brainstorm a bit. So yeah, I would love to have that power. Yeah, so let's put, yeah, that math made my brain hurt when he posted it. Yeah, I had to go through it with a calculator and sort of go, right, okay. And then it sort of did add up though. I was like, well, yeah, that does add up to fair. So yeah. AJ's put, bro, I like Big Daddy's name. Did not expect the apes to make such a funny name. Well, don't forget, they don't make the names. These are actual bots. So, you know, Hasbro, Transformers have actually made this bot. They've not made that up. So it is an actual bot, but they've just chosen to use it, I think. So, yeah, grind time Wozza the Nerfer. Mitchell VF1J, next Friday is Combat Split. I think so, either Thursday or Friday, I think. Fingers crossed. Cannot wait. Yeah. I think a lot of people waiting for this batch to split because I think a lot of people are realizing that the first half of the batch, the first 5 are not that good, and the second 5 are very good, most of them anyway. And so people are waiting for it to split to increase their chances, which I don't blame them. So I'm one of them. Cannot wait. So Erod's put, I like Big Daddy, but why waste a whole weekend grinding so I can only get the chance of a 2 or 3 star? Once you finish the event, it will be guaranteed 4-star combat. I kind of agree. I'm not going to lie. I think that if you're doing that many points, then you should. But we'll talk about it in a bit. But yeah, he's good. But I know you had a Space Ape boss. I'm definitely not. Calvin, in the SA stream, I think he's broken because bots ignore Big Daddy. I think that's something just on their side. Because I've actually tested that. I thought I'd give it a test. And it's not on the test server, so I presume that that will be changed when going to live. Just keep in mind, guys, that when you see things on the test server and you see things on their test server and the sandbox and you see things on live, this is where bugs happen because they're not all exactly the same. And so some things get pushed to the live that don't go through to the live server. And some things are on the test server that never get pushed to live. So sometimes we get bugs and we're like, this is a bug in the game. And they might change it, but that would never go through to live because the bug is not in live, but it's conflicting with something. So, you know, that's the hard part though, because live and their sandbox and test server is totally different, really. I know they'll look the same and things like that, but they're not, sadly. So that's where the problems lie, to be honest. And Vincent's asked if we've got any idea what Braun will do. Not a clue. Literally not a clue. I'm pretty sure, well, I know it's a special bot. I'm pretty sure it'll be a scout. So it will probably have a stun gun. Like Bumblebee, like Perceptor. But that's about it. Will he flip? Maybe. I presume he's a scout. It's quite small. But yeah, literally. But then Adam did say that he thinks it could be quite OP. So, interesting. I'm pretty sure that I'm off that weekend. I'm pretty sure I'm off. So I'm at a wedding on the Thursday. Come back Friday night. So I've got the rest of the weekend to do the event. So if it's a good bot, I've always said, I was talking to a friend of mine. It's like, you know, why don't you run endurance events? And I was like, you know what? It's not. It's about the time. So for me, don't forget, I've got half a time pretty much that everyone else has because I work weekends. So for me, I have to power level and I have to probably spend twice as much as most people. So for me, just for being economical, it has to be worth it. It's gotta be worth it. You know, if it's not worth, you know, $100 to do it, then I'm not gonna do it. You know, back, you know, when I saw skids, yeah, I did. But after that, you know, the two not twin twist, top spin and roadbuster, I just didn't see much value. So I was like, you know, I don't need to go for these. You know, but with the weekend off, gives me that extra incentive to do it if he's decent enough. So we'll see. Grant out if Braun acts like he does in the G1 move and then run into combat and just get his butt kicked. Yeah. Yeah, he is special cast. Yeah, he will. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He is a big part of the game, and he is like an iconic character. You know, he is an original G1 character from the original first series, first few episodes. So, you know, yeah. Yeah, stay plus, but I love top spin. Yeah, I've seen you using him in Wars, but I just don't really rate him. I just don't really like him. I don't know. Just not a fan. Not a fan, sadly. Okay, Big Daddy. Okay, so all we're going to do is we'll drop cut back here. Wait for Big Daddy to pop. Drop the healers. Big Daddy's pop, then we'll pop him a cup. So Big Daddy will target this structure. He won't target the bot yet. He's gonna then, when the bot pops out, then he'll start to target it when it's in range. So his range is roughly that range. I know on their sandbox, he showed a lot bigger range, but yeah, from what I could gather, it wasn't as big. Oh, now he's died, but yeah. But I tried it as well. I tried further up here, and Ultra Magnus just walked to Big Daddy, and I can probably show that as well, just to clarify, because like I said, in the Spaceship stream, he did ignore Big Daddy, but I think that's because we see this as well. So you know where the bot has locked onto something already, and they walk around the walls to get there. So I don't think Big Daddy was the closest bot, and that's why that he locked on something else. I think that's the reason why, but I could be wrong. But yeah. Ron Van Holland's put, when will the next 5-star batch come? Hopefully soon. Hopefully. I am told that Adam is working on Ability 11 and working on G1 cores as we speak. So, can't wait for that. Okay. Let's wait for Big Daddy to pop. Ah, Ultra Magnus has hit triple. I need to set combats off. Let's take all the combats off these. Have I ever been on global chat? Yeah, I do pop on there every now and again. I do. I know a lot of people try and stay away from it, but I do pop in there sometimes. Just say hi. See people are, see people needing advice or anything, needing help or anything. So I do go in there, and people don't believe it's me sometimes. I go in there and I go, "Hey, it's Wozza," and they go, "No, it's not. No, it's it's someone pretending to be you." I'm like, "No one's pretending to be me. Trust me." No one in their right mind is gonna pretend to be me. There's one out. So yeah, if you see someone on there saying it's Wozza, then just check the base. I mean, if they say the Wozza and they haven't got a maxed out base, then they're lying. But I don't think there's any pretenders like that. Yeah. Actually, well, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to show in the stream. They showed sort of a really large range, but I don't think it's got that range. I want to try and see. I've tried to emulate it and I can't, but I wanted to make sure. You ain't popping that outpost, is it? Let's try and pop it over here then. Run out of points before I pop this outpost. I'm trying to pop it and then walk upwards, but it's not working. And it walks downwards. Brilliant. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's change some things around a bit. Yeah, I do go on there sometimes, 6, here and there. I always think like regular occurrence, maybe like a couple of times a month, maybe. Let's do this then. Let's do it like that. There we go. And actually, let's change these storages to something a bit less HP, so we can see Big Dad doing it. Something with a bit lower HP, eh? A bit higher one there to keep up there. Okay, let's give this a go. Grind time, you footy. Hey, Kill Cannon! Good to see you, buddy. Just doing a bit of testing with Big Daddy. I still can't get used to saying that. I still can't get used to saying that. Okay. So you can see there, Big Daddy's firing away. He's not in range yet. So you can see, look, because he's not in range, he's not hitting the bot. But I presume when he goes to target this, he'll get in range and you'll give an idea of what kind of range he has. And there you go. Oh, now he's actually hit the bot. It's a bit weird. But yeah. So yeah, good range. Let's see how far we can get it to go. See if you can get it to go further then. Oh, yeah, well, Solo's had a good idea to try and use the leader to pop it and then go up there, and then, but then she'll die. Let's be honest. I'm going to clear this area right out. We'll go do that. I should just die if I don't. Move all the outposts. Move all the Billbot cores. Basically move everything. Anything else can move as well. Definitely with the beam laser, that'll just kill her. This base is actually appalling. Imagine up against this base. That'd be quite funny, actually. Right, okay. Let's try that. Let's go in with a Lita. And Big Daddy. But I'm pretty sure that the bot Ultra Magnus will Oh, I don't know, actually. We'll see. We will see. Let's see how good his range is, actually. Let's go to there, actually. Yeah. Nope. So as much to see my test base is awful. I know. Big Daddy seems buggy. No, I don't think he does. Just getting used to his range and getting used to how he operates, you know. I need to wait till he drops, don't I? So drops a little further back, actually, really, and then here we go. Oh, spiders. That's not good. Let's go down there a bit. Yeah. I need to kill these structures faster. So we need some, again, smaller HP structures. Again, it's not it's buggy, it's just getting used to how it works, really. I want to try and replicate what happened in the test server, in the live server, but obviously it's difficult trying to replicate something. Okay, let's try it the proper way now. Put her back there. And then let Big Daddy go up then. There we go, there we go, there we go. And let's keep Alito over here away from the Spider-Mans up there, hopefully, I think. Yeah. Less Spider-Mans. But then, beam lasers, let's go over there again, actually. Ugh. But what we can guarantee is it does amazing damage. Yeah, I'm not trying to understand the situation. Because he's targeting defenses first. Depends on the situation, obviously. Depends on his range as well. But I just need to keep Alita alive longer so he kills them defenses. That's what I need to do. Apologies, guys. I have tested this bot, but the live stream today has asked a few questions and stuff that I want to try and answer. Yeah, his range is pretty decent. Seems to be the size of a gunner range, pretty much. But is it longer, though? That's what we need to find out. But I presume I could put healers down as well, so... Don't put it down. Right, okay. That will keep Alita alive now. And then Big Daddy. Not in range yet. Kills defense, see that helps. Yeah, so it looks like I have to be in a certain range. Oh, and there you go. That's a decent range. That's a really good range. I just don't know why he's not targeting. He's not prioritizing Ultra Magnus, but then he does at certain range. I don't know. I'll pass it on to Adam to have a look at it. But, you know, regardless, I like his combat a lot. I like his combat a lot. So, I tell you what we can do. Let's get all the outposts together. Let's stick them all there. Well, we can do 3 for now, can't we? And what we can do is... down to... let's not put twin chests in there. It's a bit unfair, that, isn't it, really, let's be honest. No, not SG Jet Fairy, but no, let's put a Rook in there, maybe. So, Rook in there. So, let's see what a team of big daddies can do to these bots. So, literally. So, let's put Ironhide on. Let's put 4-star Big Daddy on him. See, this is the good thing. I've got to say, I've got to give Adam props that, you know, there's still a week and a half to go. Well, a week until this combat's released. So there's still a bit of time for these things to crop up. Normally, this would be, you know, the last, you know, 2 days for the event. And be scrambling to try and get it fixed, something. But we've got a week now. You know, I'm happy with the timing. You know, it's a week before the event. The combat is pretty much done and dusty. It's balanced. And, you know, we've still got a bit of time. So, I'm happy with it. You know, again, I've been quite critical of their timing and stuff, but I've got to give them props. And then 5-star Big Daddy. Bring out the Big Daddies. And then Minerva, I'm going to put even a 3-star Big Daddy on this guy. We've got 3-star Big Daddy. No, I don't have 3-star Big Daddy, so I can't do 3-star Big Daddy. No, it's not happening. Let's do the 4-star. I'll see what we can do, though. We can put Sidetrack on, because I like Sidetrack as well. Unless Adam's still watching and wants to send me a 3-star Big Daddy. Then he can do that. But let's just do the 2 for now on Sidetrack. Okay. So let's put Ironhide down. And then we can go rush there. And of course he gets hit by a mine. Of course he does. See there, there's Big Daddy now. There we go. You can see there the amount of damage between them two. Look, 5k damage. That is crazy. And don't forget, this is just Ironhide and the combat's doing this. There's no other bots doing this damage other than these 3 guys and Ironhide does nothing. Let's be honest, Ironhide could punch a bot and it wouldn't even leave a bruise. Crazy, crazy, crazy amount of damage. See it again. Put him over here. Are they got melee? Yeah, the priorities need to change. They've actually started mellowing the hollows. I wonder where they were. I was like, that's Sidetrack. That's not even him. But yeah. Yeah, that's one for Adam. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think his priorities need changing a bit. To prioritise bots rather than hollows and defences. You know, they need to stop prioritising whatever's closest to them. That's all they need to do. Easy fix. But cool. No, regardless, even with that, I'm still not disappointed. I'm still happy with them. It does need that addressing, but really, really, really cool. Oh, no, 3-star Dale. He sent me the 4-star again. No, 3-star Dale. 3. Appreciate it, but not the 4-star. I've got the 4-star. Oh, quite funny. Uh, let's make this a bit thing, yeah. Hey, yes, thank you, Dale. Appreciated. There you go. Dale comes in with the win. Right, let's try and get these guys a bit closer together. 2-star as well. Oh, look, we could do this now. We could do this now. And that's how easy it is for the apes. Want a bot? Yeah, here's a bot. Take it. It's fine. No, I think Dale just wants to see him in there, you know, in all their glory. You know, give him the best chance possible. I'm excited. Let's see how this goes. Granted, they're all level 10. But hey, we're on a test server. It doesn't cost us anything. Why not? We've got endless supply. Let's just say this video is going to need a lot of cutting. Okay. 5-star Big Daddy. 4-star Big Daddy. 3-star Big Daddy. Against 3 outpost bots. There we go. There's the Big Daddies. Let's pop the outpost. Make sure we keep the Big Daddies alive. I think it's even too close to see really, but you can see there. A lot of damage come off there now. Is that Ironhide though? No, they see that? So the big figures. That is Big Daddy in that absolute mess there. I think they're too close this time again. It's probably the worst testing ever. How to showcase a bot without showcasing it, without even being able to see it. Just a lot of red numbers. We'll change it a bit. That's for the 1-star right up on Holland's put. Okay. Okay. Let's change it up a bit. Apologies, guys. I thought this would go so well today. Okay. Let's try it again. And welcome to the world of testing. This is literally all we do in testing. So if you want to be a tester, get used to doing this. Trying the same thing over and over and over, trying to get different results. I think you can see it. That one's going melee. Let's get rid of these hollows. I think the problem is the hollows. It's Dinobot's the problem. There you go. Yeah, it's the hollows that's the problem. Now you can see the damage coming. So I suggest we take Dinobot out. No hollows. Okay. Ray Belmont's put Groundhog is a suitable name for testing. It really is. It really is. let's just put some high HP bots in there. No hollows. Ooh, don't want hotspot. Ooh, that's dangerous, isn't it? Yeah, watch out for that one, guys. Ooh, imagine that. High HP, high HP. Oh, we can put Ironhide in there, can't we? Oh, yeah. We've got Ironhide in there. We've got Ultra Magnets in there. Pipes in there. Cool. Okay. Test number 76 initiated. Subject, Big Daddy. I still can't use that thing now. I would say it in a certain voice, but yeah, let's not. I'm sure some people in the chat know exactly what I mean. Okay. Now we're seeing it. I mean, you can't see much because of healing, but you can see they're doing a lot of damage. So that's one down. That's one outpost bot down, is it? No, it's still there. Oh, he's got Vector on. That's why. There we go. One down. And again, remember, this is just Ironhide and a 5, 4, and 3-star combat. Doing all this damage that you can see. Apart from that small one there. That's Ironhide. But yeah, he's wrecked them combats. But yeah, very, very cool combat. Again, look, crazy DPS there. With M3. I do like that little mini army there. This is cool, actually. Any more outposts to pop? Yeah, let's do a bit of that. Let's test his range. I wonder if we can reach. I wonder if we can reach Blaster over there. Let's have a look. Nah, not quite. But now, yeah, well, yeah, we're going to do that now. We're going to put it on defense and see what happens. So we've got one on there. Let's have a look at. Oh, he's on there. So that the 5-star on. And then on the other one, which is Ultra Magnus, we can put the 3-star. Okay. Okay. So now we've got 3 big daddies on attack. So we're gonna try and we're gonna try it under a healing tower. Let's see how much it does. I think this will actually do nothing because of the amount of healing it's getting. Wow, even under the healing tower, that's going down. He's taking a lot of damage there. He's taking 5k, 4 or 5k damage a second. Look, he's got 2 healers on him. Yeah, granted, outpost bots that don't got much HP, but those big daddies are doing crazy damage against Ironhide. So I can see Vincent's put in the chat that he thinks I'm overrating Big Daddy because there's damage to one target. Um, yeah, I kind of get what you're saying about Zor doing multiple, but you got to think that Zor. So let's have a look at the combats a minute. So Zor will do 478 478 no 400% of this, so 1600 damage every 10 seconds. So 1600 every 10 seconds. So that's, 160 per second. Whereas this guy will do, like we saw then, about 2000 damage pretty much a second or something, like pretty much 1000 damage every second. So that's 10,000 damage over those 10 seconds, but it's constant damage. With that micro core healing as well and pulsating out, I would rate Big Daddy over Zor on defense all day. All day. I think massive defense bot. Good. I think I can imagine people using it on sack to get through outpost bots and combine us faster. I can see people using it on defense. And the way I honestly see this, it's a bit like a smoke screen. If you sort of, pop a couple of outposts and then you leave this guy just shooting at your bots, it's going to start taking them out one by one. This guy's going to be on defense, a bot where you're going to have to go, I need to sort of prioritize this. I need to get rid of this guy. A bit like Smokescreen. When Smokescreen pops out of an outpost and you just leave him, it'll just keep sniping your team, taking them out. And I honestly see this guy as the same, especially the 5-star. Just sort of taking your team out, doing loads of damage. Because you got to think, in this situation we're doing here, there's no other defenses, there's nothing else, so it's hard to judge. So again, if I had Smokescreen there against Ironhide, just doing a bit of damage, it won't be as effective. But when you use it in war and you're getting damage from mortars and cannons and turrets and beamers, whatever else, then that damage takes its toll a bit. But then when you've got Smokescreen as well, those bots just go, just gone, just gone. And I can honestly see this guy doing the same. I can see this guy being absolutely essential on defense, along with sidetrack as well. When he goes invulnerable, again, it just slows people down. And the health as well will slow people down. I've said in my past streams that I can see everyone going towards time traps. I can really, really see that with the added HP on the, the shock towers and the turrets and the beam lasers. And I think that's where people go. And adding loads and loads of HP. So we'll start seeing Big Daddies, Zors, sidetracks. We're already starting seeing this already on defense. But it would just be, made 10 times bigger, I think. And I think that we're going to see a lot of timeouts. So you're going to need that extra DPS. And on the flip side, attacking, you're going to need more DPS from the likes of Big Daddy to get through these high HP outpost bots and high HP combiners that people are going to put in the outposts as well. So, really interesting combat. I'm actually quite pumped for him. I actually can't wait. I like the defensive option. And, yeah, I think it's going to be pretty good. I like him. And Ray Belmont's asked, do you think his overall usefulness will be contingent on having multiple? No, I don't really, no. I don't. I think you'll need maybe a sidetrack and a Big Daddy both to sort of like slow people down. Maybe a Zor, so a mixture of them sort of combats, high HP, high damage. But, yeah. Yeah, I know you're saying about an AoE damage. I understand what you're saying, Vincent, but I don't know. I just prefer Big Daddy, personally. I wouldn't put Zor really on defense that much, really, apart from his HP. But yeah, I would really love this guy on defense. Definitely. Cool. Cool. Okay. So yeah, let's do some tests on acid and fire as well. So I want to do some tests, and I want to see. I've just thought about this today because I was watching Freezes Max's stream last night. I'll be honest with you. And, well, I'll watch it this morning if I'm honest on my way to work. So he's normally quite late. And I try and stay up for these American streams, but sadly they're just a bit too late for me. I always end up falling asleep. And me and Grant had a laugh about that. So I always said, yeah, I always put your stream on, but I end up falling asleep. He's like, oh, that boring, am I? It's just that it's really late for me. It's like 12 o'clock at night. And sometimes I'm working 6 o'clock the next morning. So I'll put it in while I'm either getting in the shower before bed or I put it on if I'm going to bed, just sort of drift off, and then in the morning when I get up for work, I put it on my in the car journey. So There you go. So he was talking a lot about Top Shot and Nightstick, and sort of combine the two and sort of is it effective? And I thought I want to know for sure if it is effective or not. So I thought I'd give it a whirl. So I just want to get these defenses right in order. But for some reason I don't think they are. I'm trying to work out why it's not right, but oh, because the wall piece missing. That's why. Right. So it is right then. Is it? So yeah, I think it is right. I'm baffled. I don't like non-symmetrical bases at the best of times. Okay, cool. So let's gonna time 2 top shots. See how long it takes to get through this. 2 nightsticks. See how long it takes to get through it. And then we're gonna try top shot and nightstick 5-star and 4-star. Do a few tests. At least you can play in grind time for yawning. Okay, cool. So we'll do the same bots every time. We'll try something a bit lower actually in DPS so we doesn't go too fast, but obviously not that fast. Yeah, Skyburst will do. Let's not give it anything added extra. Let's just keep her pure, so to speak. And we'll give her a top shot. And put Skyburst in there. And then we'll put Jazz in there. Yeah, nothing else. I'll put 4-star top shot. And let's see if it does stack as it should. Now don't forget top shot and top shot stacks as well. So they say. So let's see who is going to come out on top. Top shot and top shot, nightstick and nightstick, or is this acid and fire combo gonna prevail? So we'll drop them both right on this arrow here. And we'll see how long it takes to clear this out. Again, we've not just set this up with anything in mind. We just set this up to see how it goes. There you go. 23 seconds. So 23 seconds is took for 2 top shots to take that area out. 23 seconds. Let's see if that DPS goes any faster with Nightstick. Let's test the theory. Vincent reckons top shot will be faster. We'll see. So 23 seconds to beat. $30 seconds for Nightstick and Nightstick. So top shot, because of his AoE, gets through there faster than Nightstick, so there's more DPS. But what happens if we give 1 Nightstick and 1 top shot? So to make it even, we're going to give a 4-star top shot, and then we'll try it all the way around as well, just so we can get a comparison. So now we've got 5-star Nightstick, 4-star top shot, and let's see if the acid and fire work well in comparison. $26 seconds. Now let's try it vice versa. I think we'll get better results out of this. 4-star nightstick. And 5-star top shot. I think this is going to be a closer one. Because the fire is supposed to equals more, and because top shot does more in AoE. This should. I'm expecting this to do more damage than top shot and top shot if it works properly. But the question is it working properly? But I doubt it. And there you go. So top shot and nightstick did 25 seconds. So looks like top shot and top shot actually won, because top shot and top shot obviously stack on top of each other. So the big question is nightstick and top shot together working? So let's go into a bit more detail there. Hey? So you see there, 1,932 DPS, 680 DPS. It's hard to judge because that acid increases the amount of damage. It's hard to really judge on what it's actually doing. Lancaster's going, well, there you have it. Top Shot's getting nerfed again. Let's just remove the walls, I think. Make it fairer. Let's put something high HP in that middle there if we can. Yeah. There we go. Cool. Okay, so 1,096, 850, 795 ish. 680. See, Top Shot's doing 680 generally. So separately, not comboing, apart from the last bit there. 2 minutes 51. 2 minutes 51 to clear that area, both separately. Let's try them both together and see if they can get it going faster using both in the same area. So that took 39 seconds to clear out. Wow, that is melting. And it still goes different ways. Even with the combo, he's still going that way and he's still going that way. Because of the range. Welcome to testing. Maybe we need to put more calls together. But then it does combo anyway, won't it? Then is that cheating? Kind of is. Let's just do that instead. And they should combo better then because they've got the same sort of range. Well, you'd think so, wouldn't you? Definitely burns faster under the fire. Big question is, does Top Shot and Top Shot burn faster than Top Shot and Nightstick? I don't know, the jury's out. I'll have to ask the apes to have a look at it, but I don't know. It's an interesting concept. What do you guys think? Would you rather run Top Shot and Top Shot after seeing them bases? Would you rather run Nightstick and Nightstick? Would you rather run Top Shot and Nightstick together and try and get that acid and fire combo? Yeah, that's a good idea though. Simon Hayes put use a HQ. Why didn't I think of that? Well done. Why for testing? That's why in a lot of testers bases you'll see that right at the front, the HQ. Because it works best if you just use it on the HQ, because then let's just keep it like that. But again, it's impossible to test. I'm trying to see if the combo works, but so yeah, basically we'll have to see what Top Shot does and what Nightstick does. Add them figures together, then try them together and see if it stacks. So Top Shot 851 1702. We'll write it down. So yeah, 851 is doing 851 damage a hit. Let's try Nightstick now. Doing that's with the acid though, I think, so I think the max is 1114, is it? One 127. So the max should be about 2k, both of them together. Wow, that went up to 2.9. 3,000. So it is comboing. It is. It is getting through things faster. Granted, I run Ironhide or Control. So yeah, it's definitely stacking acid and fire. But the quick question is, fire and fire, acid and fire. The jury's out. I mean, I do love a bit of Top Shot, but don't really like the range. But I can see myself running Nightstick and Top Shot rather than Top Shot and Top Shot. I just don't like that decreased range that Top Shot gives. But definitely a good combo. Good combos to get through walls quickly, so it'll really help you against some time traps. So yeah, going to be a good combo to put into the game. Good combo to get through bases faster. Really, really good. See, the problem is I could try fire and fire, but it's not a fair test, I don't think. We can go through this all day. You know what? I'm going to do this another day, guys. We're going to be spending all night testing this, trying to run these numbers. But we want to get on to some other things. But yeah. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. What you are going to run. Are you going to run fire and fire? Are you going to run fire and acid together? Or acid and acid even? So yeah, let me know. Could depend on what bots you run as well, I suppose. You know, if you run a bot like Sunstreaker, like some people put in the chat, then obviously the acid will help a bit. But yeah. Visitors put 4-star top shot, 5-star top shot, and 5-star nightstick. Should be a deadly combo. Yeah, I agree. And I've got all of them. So yeah. Yeah, that Polish put, yeah, running obviously acid will stop the regen. That's a good point. That's a good point. It is. Cool. Okay, so let's look at the new features that have come to the game. Some new updates, quality of life updates. So starting with cores. So a lot of changes to cores at the minute. So looking at bot cores. So recently they've added in this little sort of thing here where you can sort of select which sort of class of you know, cores you want to use. So really good for fusing. So you know, when you want to fuse a core, you can choose a core, upgrade, and you can choose what to upgrade with. So you don't have to go scroll, 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 and kill your wrist scrolling. You can literally go silvers, done, no problem. So a very quick quality of life. And then obviously we've got the recent quality of life change where you can sort your bots by class. I found this really good for research as well when you're looking for research bots. So you can just go to change and go, right, okay, yeah, I can easily research them. I've been recently leveling broadside and double dealer, so I can just go, yeah, double dealer, easy, done. Want to do healers, easy to find them. Special bots, not much use because there's so many of them. But you know, most other classes, it's a good addition to help you just stop scrolling and scrolling, just to speed things up slightly. So yeah, good. But the big addition, obviously, was the core converter. So as you can see, you can convert silver cores into general chips, bot chips, or even defense chips. So you can convert cores or you can upgrade cores. So to convert only takes 5, but you get a random chip. So the idea is there, look, convert, upgrade. So you would convert these into a random chip. You can convert them into a random building chip, but you can actually upgrade these into specific ones. So for 10, then you can pick 10 of the same. So if you have 10 enhanced ordnance, then you can upgrade them. Okay. And you get a gold enhanced ordnance. And same, we'll go G metal, so you need 10 of the same though. If you want to upgrade your core, you do need 10 of the same. So you can pick a core. Let's have a look what we've got. I could do it of all time actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. So 10 of those, 10 gold. Boom, G metal. So really gone are the days of sort of chasing one specific core. Same for defense cores. You can get 10 of the same. These are quite hard to get though. But I'm sure there's something I've got 10 of. Yeah, I think I've got 10 of those shock towers there. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can do that. We can then convert, get an EMP shock. So very, very cool, like I said. I know some people said it's quite high, but I kind of get it is that you're not chasing cores anymore and using these instead. So I kind of get that, you know. But yeah, very good for cutting the amount of cores you got down. And just very good for getting specific cores that you're missing on defense. You know, if you're missing a, you know, high velocity, for example, it just makes it a lot easier to get in the long run. So, very, very cool. Very excited about this. And literally someone was like, you know, you can sort of convert these so you can literally go like that. And you can, someone in our alliance had 250 gold chips and literally went through like this going, yeah, I'm going to use 60 of these. Keep going, keep going, keep going. 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 Keep going, keep going. Convert. Okay. There we go. 12 building core chips. Go ones. Done. Nice and easy. Easy way to get better cores. So very, very cool. But on top of that as well, what they have added as well is if you go into your space bridge. So now when you've got these gold chips and you're like, I'm saving them, but really I'm saving them for two reasons. One, for stuff that's coming out. But two, I just can't be bothered opening them. I've got 150 of these. I've got 193 of those. I just can't be bothered. And you open them, and before you would open them, and you go, you got this core, and you go, yep, I know. Boom, you got this core. Yep, I know. It was so boring, but now you open them. Skip. Just skip it. And there you go. Straight away opened, nice and quick. So those of you that have got all these sort of cores saved up, you can now get them open. We've got 10 building cores there, so we can now finally start opening these and get them used. So finally got a skip button, but does that mean the end of crystal openings? You know, people do these crystal openings and we watch them open these crystals, and it kind of takes the fun out of it, really, of opening them. And I think I'd still do it the way of opening them and watching them come out. I'm just glad that we don't have to do it for building cores, because no one wants to do a crystal opening with a building core. People just want to skip it and go, yep, okay. But just like on the old China server, what it will do is it will stop on any new bot. So when you do press it, if you do get a new bot, it'll just pop up to let you know. And I don't think I can show this, but we'll try on these. Skip the sequence, and I presume we've got all these bots, so yeah. What we can do is Decepticons. That's Autobot. That's Decepticons. Let's just try it. I'm willing to be a guinea pig. Skip the sequence. So you see there, look. So it is showing any new bots that you get. So we got a 2-star fracas. Cool. And there you go. And it skips the rest. So if you do get any new bots, it will show you the new bots in the on the screen. So at least you know you've got them or not. So yeah, very, very cool. Very, very cool. And the next thing that they have added is scouting bases. So if we go to our alliance, and I'm going to pick on grind time just because he's there in the chat, just because he stole my base. So yeah. So something else that they've added as well. So now when you look at bases, it will show you the defense and will give you an idea on what is in play. So you can see here that cannon range, increased cannon buildings range by 15% is added from the tech tree. You see there, increased cannon buildings health by 20%. You can see that because of the tech tree. And increased cannon buildings attack by 15% because of the tech tree. So as you go through the base, you can sort of see all these things. You can see there, healing received. Got the mortar range, mortar attack, mortar health, beam lasers, healing received again. So you see there, it's pretty cool that you can go around and actually sort of scout the base and sort of see what's in play. You can see now, look. Yep, shock tower hack immunity. People complain because you didn't know if you could hack the tower or not. And so now we can actually see that. So yeah, very, very cool addition. And just makes it that, you know, bit clearer. Look, even the HQ's got it. So look, HQ has got combat companion health. What? Increased combat companion's health by 20%. Okay. Spider damage. What? Is that an HQ thing? Weird. HQ resistance. Outpost bots health. Headquarters health. Damage of outpost combiners. Obviously, all these things are in the tech tree, but I just don't know why it's linked to the HQ. But I think it's just generally things that I don't show anyone else. I just put on there. So yeah. And even the alloy storages. Look, I've got the resistance and reflection. So yeah, very, very cool addition. And they have said coming to the game soon, they are going to give you the option to be able to fight your fellow Alliance members. I think that's really, really good. But there's one just thing they haven't thought about. So if I wanted to attack Grindtime's base, I want to attack it how I would attack in war to give them a good idea on how good it would be. So I would have to take my full team, which is fine. There's no cooldown. But I want to take a combiner to really go at it. I could go without a combiner, that's fine. You can sort of say this. The challenge is to try and beat it without a combiner. But you're not going to go in the top war without taking a combiner. You're just not. And so you would like the combiner with you, but you just can't do that on the base trials, and you can't do that on this sort of fighting thing. So I think that's some feedback to the apes to try and change that. You should be able to select a combiner when doing base trials and when doing these sort of things. So that's my feedback to them. So hopefully they can improve that to make it a bit more realistic when you are sort of doing these fighting things. And it's good you can send them replays, but then again the replays aren't correct either. So I don't see the point in adding that either. So it's all well and good saying like, listen, this is a great new feature, but straight away, even from the start, it's already sort of bugged and already has flaws. So that sort of needs addressing. So that's what I give it back. But it is a good thing they've added that. People have been crying out for this for years. They've seen it in a stream like about 3 years ago and said like, oh, we should have that. And they never really got to it. So it is cool that they're finally adding these things. Better late than never. But it just still needs a bit of work. But look forward to that. Cannot wait. And then the last thing that they've added, which I'm not a fan of, if I'm honest, is these flashing reds. So this is showing you which bots you have the shards for to rank up. But I just think it looks a bit, I don't know. I don't like the flashing. It was just there. I don't think it's too bad. It's the flashing. It's just a bit, I don't know. It's just a bit distracting. So my feedback again to these is put the one there. I get that. But don't have it flashing. It's just annoying. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you like this one being there? Or it reminds me of this. Reminds me of this. And I get it's just an easy fix. I just put it over. But I don't like these either, really. But I put up with these because I'm used to them. But I just think it's a bit, I don't know. Just not a fan. Let me know in the chat. What do you think of the updates in general? So not just that update, but all the updates. Let me know. Let me know what you think. And yeah. We'll see how it goes, but some good updates coming to the game, some good quality of life updates, and yeah, I'm quite pleased about it. Carnage Mac Alright, but yes, for the side filter. Do 10 gold XP equal 1 G Metal XP? I don't think so. I will gladly give it a go for you. Hang on, I'm in the wrong place here. There we go. I don't think you can select them because you can go and select bot and defense clause. I don't think you'll be able to. Yeah, you can't even select those cores, so no. G1 cores, doable. So, for example, Grimlock. I've got quite a few Grimlocks. So, great Grimlocks. I haven't got actually Grimlock's G1. And there we go. Now we've got Grimlock's G1 G Metal. So, yeah. Pretty good. I like it. Well, the G1 cores coming. I think I've got to do Sunstreaker. Got quite a few of them. Because I was chasing him for ages. I kept getting golds. And I finally got a G Metal. And now, about a week after I got it, they announced this. I was like, oh, brilliant. I could have stopped. But you can see there, look. Oh, swoop as well. You can do swoop. Upgrade. There we go. Now we've got Soup's G1. So yeah, I like this. You know, easier ways to get G1 cores. I do like it. I got 8 Jazz. I think I got his G Metal though, I think. I don't think there's many G Metals. I've got a lot of Rodimus. A lot of Hot Rod as well. Wrong type. See, you can't mix them. Look, see? Look. All cores must be the same. Is there any more I can do? Sunstreaker I can do again, but I could do probably soup again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yeah. Lots of us from Magnus, but who wants them? So yeah, I'm pleased with that feature. I'm pretty pleased with it all. Yeah. Simon Hayes, I'm feeling sick about all the bot-specific gold cores I've fused. Stick to my rule. If you don't need it, save it. Honestly, guys, it works wonders. Honestly. I always put sometimes I feel like SA wants to induce seizures on a flashing. Well, the idea is it attracts the eye, and then it attracts you to that, and then helps you, makes you spend. It's the same as like our fruit machine works, so it's very similar in that sense. Like, you know, it's there to make money. If you mix cores, so just to clarify again, if you go on this one here, convert cores, then it only costs you 5, but you get a random gold chip. So it could be anything. So you'll get a gold core, but that's it. Where is this one here? So there you select 5 cores, say. So just to show you again, so let's just select 5 cores. Let's pick something rubbish. So 5 technicians, so convert. And we'll get a G-Metal bot core chip, but it's just random. So let's just go on it. Let's try and find it. So it's that one there. So we cashed in like a mixture of ones, didn't we? Just random golds. And we get Skyburst G1. Pretty cool. There you go. Let's try it again. See what else we get this time. So it could be anything. So yeah, so we're going to convert 5 again. 5 gold cores. So let's do these reflective coatings. Use that now. G-Metal bot core chip. So you can see there you go. It shows you there. So look, you could get a G1, could get a volatile mixture, could get a transmetal core, so you could get anything. So we got a G1 last time, which is pretty good, getting a G1 G-Metal. This time around we get Ironhide G1 core. So yeah, there's a good chance of getting these cores. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. I'm going to do more when the stream ends. I'm going to actually convert loads and get some more G1 cores. Convert, okay. Use that. See, Grand Time's put my base has all G-Metals thanks to this now. Good. So reflective coating, no one uses them. Nobody uses them. And we've got 2 G-Metal bot cores there. Use 1. Then we get a volatile mixture. Yeah, I'd rather G1. So there's a good mix in there. And then we get a ray booster. So, yeah, I like it. Gives you some good fusing material. Reduces your core amounts. And gets you through the space bridge a lot faster. So, yeah. Really, really cool feature that I'm looking forward to getting rid of all these for. But not the G-Metal, do we? When it comes to using cores to upgrade your bot's defense, is it more effective to convert them? It's just the same. It doesn't matter, but obviously it saves space. But what I would say is, I would wait until maybe some new cores come out. Because then save your building cores, don't cash them in, don't open them. Because then you might get the new cores in silver, the new cores in gold. And then you can hopefully trade them up for G-Metals. And then what you haven't got, you can transfer the rest to try and get some G-Metals, defense cores maybe, to try and get them cores. So I wouldn't cash them all in now, because when you've got all the G-Metals of defense cores and, you know, and bot cores, if new cores come out, then you're not going to get them if you already got the G-Metals. So do save your goals. I would not cash them all in yet. Just keep that in mind. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be saving my gold cores, so I'll cash out my space bridge in for gold cores. But then I'm not gonna fuse them all. I'm gonna wait until any new cores come out. That's what I do. Cool. Last thing, so I wanted to talk about a war team and sort of what team I use. So we'll go through my team then and now and why I've changed it and how, and we'll look at that. So generally my war team starts with Rook and Blaster. Sometimes I'll drop Blaster first, sometimes Rook, and I'll explain that shortly. But those two have been a staple on my team for a long time. Someone asked me recently who the best bot in the game is, and I still think it's Blaster. And Blaster's been on my war team since I got him in batch 4. What, 3 years ago? 4 years ago? Maybe? Whenever batch 4 came out, someone may be able to tell me better than me. But since that, Blaster has been on my war team solid. Since I pulled Rook, same as, I've never once gone into war and thought I won't take Rook. Them two will stay no matter what. Healer wise, so 100% Minerva. I will always take Minerva no matter what, best healer in the game. Sometimes I'll try one healer if it's not attract ward to test out my DPS and get it through the base fast. If I need more DPS, then that's the option. I'll go to one healer maybe. But generally I run 2. And the idea behind that is that people say you don't need 2 healers too much. But there's nothing worse in a war than having one healer and losing that healer early on. I've had some wars where Minerva or Ratchet say I've took quite a bit of damage, and the other healer will heal the other one. And that sort of keeps them alive. I can use a heal bomb to keep them alive, and they'll sort of heal each other a bit, and it sort of gets them back on going again. And your bots are pretty much invulnerable with 2 healers. With one, if you lose that one healer early on, you're pretty much dead and buried. You can survive with 1 healer, you're going to struggle with none. So generally I have 2 healers, but that's more of a fail-safe in case I lose one. Which doesn't happen often, but it does happen sometimes. It all depends on placement really. But yeah. And then obviously the rest are gunner combat. So I generally run 2 tanks. I know quite a few people that run 1. I know a few people run 3. But if you run 3, you're sort of taking the chance of timing out because you've only got 3 high DPS bots. So I generally run 4. So my old team used to be Jetfire. It would be Sea Spray. My old team actually had Laser Optimus in it. And then I had Bumblebee. And that was generally my team that I ran. But I've had to change this team for a few reasons. So I've took Laser Optimus out because I just wanted even more DPS. And although he has got good DPS, I wanted some more bots that were going to shoot over walls and had gunner combat. So I wanted to swap him out. Sea Spray, because it's an AoE damage, with the amount of healing in the game, he's just not as good as he used to be. He's good at cleaning up, but you've got to do that damage first. And in this team, I didn't even have anyone that does damage first for him to clean up. Back in the HQ 17 days, he did the damage, and you know, Blaster and Bumblebee would clean up. But because of the healing now, he can't do that anymore. So it's a bit less effective. So I've had to take him out. And then Jetfire can't one-shot anymore. He can one-shot the shield gen just about. But when he gets his upgrade, he's not going to be able to one-shot that. So I'm making preparations now for later on. So I've had to drop all 3 of those. Bumblebee, I think, will be a staple in my team forever. My big philosophy is that if a defense is stunned, it's doing no DPS. Doesn't matter if that's HQ 17, HQ 18, HQ 25. Once they're stunned, they're doing no damage. But we need a way to take out those anti-stun billbots. That's really, really important. And Jetfire was that person. But I also need someone that's going to one-shot. So the first change that I kind of agreed to do, wasn't the first change I did, but we needed to sort of put SG Jetfire in. That was something that I needed to do. Because I need to be able to one-shot that shield gen no matter what. No matter what happens, he's a must. To one-shot the shield gen is a must. Now, however you want to do that is up to you, but you need that sort of someone in your team to be able to do that. Next up, I wanted someone that can, once SG Jetfire has taken out that shield gen, someone that can take out the MDS. That was quite essential. And so my team then changed to having 6-gun. And this is the sort of team that I sort of run. I had Jetfire in, to be honest with you, for a while, until HU 18 hit. This is sort of how it evolved on towards the end. And 6-gun was taking the MDS out. What I found, though, was sometimes the MDS, I would do quite a bit of damage, but leave a bit of health. And then I'd try and use C-Spray to finish it off. But then by the time C-Spray's ability came to it, the Micronus core, something had kick in, and all of a sudden 6-gun's damage was negated. And the defenses was built up health again. And you've got to think that's a really expensive combo, because 6-gun is 8 ability points, and then using C-Spray is 4, so that's 12 ability points. Kind of wasted because you haven't killed the MDS. Add that on to SG Jetfire as well. It's a costly combo. Really costly. So I needed a cheap option. I thought I need a cheap option that once 6-gun has done this damage to the MDS, if it doesn't finish it off, I need a cheap bot. Someone cheap to finish it off. And that was plain and simple. Smokescreen. That was the answer. And so the way I sort of work things now is I'll pop outposts with Rook and Blaster. And the reason I've got 2, people say you don't need 2 outpost poppers. But if you're popping 3 outposts different times, then Rook can get really costly. It's about keeping that cost down. Keeping it down as much as you can. So I have bots that have 2 uses if I can. So I use Blaster and Rook. So one use is obviously to pop outpost. But I use Blaster a lot that if I know a certain bot is getting hit by a beam laser, then I'll just throw minions at that beam laser. And once you put the minions at that beam laser, ignore them. Ignore that beam laser. Because it's not doing anything to your bots. You know, it just takes out 1 minion at a time. It takes 4 hits about that time. It's 15, 20 seconds are gone. By that time, you've probably destroyed it or got close anyway. So, a good option to distract. I use a lot of distraction in my team. Rook, for the same reason, I can pop outposts. But again, if I'm getting hit by something, I can just throw Rook at it. But a little sneaky top tip. If you're attacking and you have Blaster, try and attack from left to right. Especially if you find that you're losing against Titans quite a bit. And the reason for that is that if you attack right to left, you tend to find that your bots sort of go that way up. And then if your Titan loses, the Titan will start to hit your healers and gunners because they're to the right of the map more than your tanks. If you attack left to right, then you'll find that they will try and hit Blaster. So then if you throw minions forwards, the Titan will aim all its attacks at Blaster's minions and Rook's Hollow. So if you are struggling with your Titan guys, you are losing, then consider going left to right. Obviously sometimes you can't do that. It depends on an outpost bot and it can cause problems. Depends on where Liège is, things like that. So don't just always go left to right. But I'm just saying, if you're struggling with your Titan, just consider going left to right will help you out to distract that Titan and get through the base. So obviously, like I said, I use 6-gun to kill the defenses and smoke screens to finish them off because B can't stun the MDS, it can't stun that area. But again, I use B to do a lot of damage, a lot of AoE damage, and also to just stun defenses because they just don't do any damage at all. So smoke screen, he finishes off the MDS, but I also use him to take out the build bots for 6 ability points. Now, yes, that is dearer than Jetfire on its first use, but on its second use, it's the same cost. It's still 6 ability points to take out a build bot. So, although it's quite costly for your first use, it's not too bad once you keep using it. So, if there's 1 or 2 anti-stun build bots, then smoke screen the person will get rid of them to be able to use B to keep my bots alive. But then I've got another use for smoke screen, and that simply is massive DPS. So I've got him hooked up with his G1 core and glitch, both maxed out, and obviously, so he does 2,500 damage to buildings or 13,000 hit enemy bot. So again, it helps getting through that base and getting through the enemy combiner, getting through the enemy bots. It's all about getting that DPS through the base. And if you hit an enemy bot below 40%, it kills it. And I'll explain why that is so important in a second as well. And then we've got glitch on top of that. So again, does more damage to sources when it sort of gets a critical hit. So again, just more and more and more damage. But something people might not have thought of that I've started using for, which is, I think personally, is a lifesaver, is so if I'm in a battle and I pop Laser Optimus pops, starts firing discs off, and for his ability 11, he stuns your team. And if that stuns your healers as well, it could cause big problems. But for 2 smoke screen hits, he's dead. So as soon as he pops out, hit him once with smoke screen, hit him again, no more stun, no more discs. And again, I use it for Rhinox's ability, his G1 core. So looking at Rhinox's core, so restores his health for 5 seconds. When your health drops below 40%, you imprison your nearby foes in your life-stealing vines. So it reignites his ability. So what you find is people put this in an outpost, because what happens is you will fight against Rhinox. He'll do his ability, and you can avoid that with Rook's Hollow or whatever. But then while you're fighting him in close proximity, it reignites the ability, does a lot of damage. So what I tend to do is, when Rhinox gets to a certain amount of health, when he gets in that 40%, then I'll use Smoke Screen to finish him off, and it stops the vines. It just kills him in his tracks. And especially if I pop Rhinox on the other side of the map and he's walking over and I know he's at full health, I'll use Smoke Screen. I will take him out so he doesn't get near to bots and those vines do not hurt him. So Smoke Screen has some amazing uses. And for me, when I went and did my ranking with Tex, I said I feel like bots with low costs will be huge, and I still stand by that now. So Bumblebee for me is massive, absolutely massive. And with the amount of more build bots coming in, that's sort of getting watered down because there's more and more build bot cores. So people using anti-heal now, even using anti-hack, because Blade's coming back in a bit. So people using all these different cores. So people are not using the anti-stone cores as much. So B is coming even more back into the meta. It sort of fell away a bit for a while. People were putting like 3 stun cores. Everyone using C-spray and everyone using B. But people are putting these anti-heal cores more now. It's more the meta shift towards anti-healing. So B is brilliant again. But Smoke Screen is honestly, he does everything. He increases your DPS. He kills bots faster to get through the bots faster. So helps with time traps. He can kill pesky outpost bots. He can finish defenses off that got a sliver of health. He can take the build bots out. He could do anything. Literally, if you have Smoke Screen, guys, I would say to you, you have to have him in your war team. Because for me, I would not go without him now. I would not go without him. And I struggled for a while. And I talked to Tex about this thing. I use Jetfire and a bit. I'm not sure about using Smoke Screen. It's like, I'd give him a try. It's pretty decent, you know. And I know how good he is. But, and again, at first I put my team thinking, yeah, it'd be good for build bots. And then I was finding just more and more situations. I was using Sitz and going, oh no, the MDS it's not killed it. Most of the time he does. But this time he hasn't killed it because it's something near healing. He's the man. Honestly, I've had times where he's walked off and been the other side of the map, and he'll still help because of his crazy range. Honestly, guys, I cannot speak so highly of Smoke Screen enough to say that I would probably say he is maybe the most important bot in the game for HQ 18. That is probably as far as I go. I think Blaster is the best bot in the game generally, but I think for HQ 18, I think Smoke Screen is the best bot in the game. I would really go that far. So, if you haven't got him yet, I would go and get him. Even if you've got the 4-star and you've got Glitch, I would even consider using that as well. It's going to be harder to take out outpost bots if you're at the top level of the game, because obviously it doesn't do the same damage, so it might take more hits. And you've got to think that the build bots might be getting an upgrade. And you might think, right, well, when the build bots get an upgrade, Smoke Screen is going to be useless. But then there's something we can do. Instead of having his G1, we can add a volatile mixture. We should increase his ability damage by 15%. And yes, you do sort of lose the extra damage against enemy bots and stuff like that. But if you need him to take out build bots and that's his job, then you can use the G1 for that as well. So there's a solution. So absolutely amazing bot. Like I said, for me, essential for HQ18, and I would consider really using him if you've got him, guys. I'm sorry. OS73 has put Smoke Screen is king. G1 core not good on attack though. I still think it is. So his G1 core So increase your normal damage against enemy bots and combined by 100%. It gets further and faster. There's so much HP. You've got to think that it's what 70% HP roughly for each bot that have normally got around 40k HP, say. So what's Rook got? Something around that, something stupid like that. So you've got like 35k there, you've got 35k there, blasters on defense 36 plus minions, 40k for Rook. So 35 to 40k, 70% of that. So you're talking like 28k, 30k for each bot. Times up by 4, you're talking 120k health. Then the combine on top of that, you're talking like, you know, nearly 200k health once they've all been upgraded. So, you know, if you can get through that 200k HP, you know, that bit faster with Smokescreen, then yeah, I still think his G1 core is the best option. And then obviously cloaking himself and absorbing damage and protecting himself with his super low HP, then yeah, I still prefer the G1 personally. But I can see that eventually, if the build bots do get an upgrade, then I can see how Smokescreen might need a volatile mixture instead. So yeah, it depends again how you use it. Do you use it more for killing defenses, or do you use it more for outpost bots? I use it more for outpost bots and just build bots, but build bots doesn't matter. I don't need volatile mixture. It does enough damage anyway. So that's why I use a G1 core over that for now. Diamond Hayes has put, if you get skids, who would you drop? Maybe 6 gun. If I'm honest. Maybe 6 gun, because he's really expensive. So I've actually... So going through my sort of team who I'm adding in, there's some bots that I've been leveling and looking at. So I've actually got the 4-star skids there. So, you know, 5 plus 3, that's what, 13 ability points, and it's 8 for 1 6-gun use. And obviously, skids get rid of healing. So there's that. But I've also been leveling this little cheeky guy. I'm not sure if you've seen my double dealer video yet. I don't think it's posted yet. I was in a stream. But this guy's actually pretty decent for 4-star, and this guy's gonna be my next 5-star vote. Honestly, when that 4-star video comes out, when the video of the 4-star comes out, probably next week or 2, give it a watch, and you try telling me you don't want this guy as a 5-star. Right now, you might be sat there going, "No, I don't really see why he's that good." But when you see that video and see what he actually can do to that combo of the MDS and the shield gen and all that sort of area, then yeah, it's definitely worth the investment. You can take out the shield gen with something else, definitely worth the investment. Just a little banks, but try Rust Duts and Skids on an SG MDS Micronos the Edge cluster. Yeah, it is decent, and I've got that option, but I always prioritize my bots and what I'm leveling. So right now, so this weekend, my priority is this guy. But defense only. Absolutely incredible. He's already at 10. This guy is going to get to about level 63 this weekend, I think. So yeah, definitely going to get him up there. That's the idea. I'm going to try and solo in zone 14. With maybe a 5-star Zor, maybe. 5-star Zor and a XP core. Give it a go. Normally a combiner for the first few levels, and then it'll just start soloing, hopefully. For HQ 12. For zone 14, sorry. So that's the plan, is getting him up. And then the priority after that, I'll be honest with you, it's probably Skids by that point, maybe. Skids in a few weeks' time. I'm hoping the next 5-star batch will come out soon. I'm not really going to level these guys much, really. Hotspot's alright, but out of the 4, I'd do Hotspot. But Twin Twist's going to be the priority. And then I think after that, I'll probably do 4-star Skids, 4-star Double Dealer maybe, as projects. I have got the option to slow play and start doing... get to it. I've got a guaranteed Rust Dust. I think that combo would be amazing. I agree. But I don't know. I could just see that because it's so powerful, I could see there being a big counter for it. I don't know. I want a plan B as well as that. I don't want to... I think everyone's going to go for that. I think everyone is going to go for that Skids and Rust Dust combo, and the Ape's going to go, right, okay, this is quite powerful now, so we need to do something. And and I'm not too sure what next option is going to be after that. And that's what I'm trying to foresee right now. Is if they bring out buildbot cores or tech tree things like that to sort of reduce that effectiveness. Because as well, the apes have sort of said that they're open to balance changes now. And so at any point, they can reduce that effectiveness. So that acid and fire combo, they can reduce it if they want. They can change it if they want. They can reduce someone's damage if they want. They could do any of these sort of things in balance changes. And right or wrong, whether you agree with it or not, there's pluses to it, there's minuses to it. But it can change at any point. So I don't want to go for something like a bot like Rustos and be super, super powerful, and it sort of gets taken away, and I've sort of relied on that. So I'm looking at other options as well. So yeah, it's an option. Go for it. What else is there? Can I use double dealer in the same sort of situation? So yeah, it's gonna be interesting for sure. Let's see what they do. And as well, 60 skill points available. So I'm at the max tech level now. And I've got 60 points left over. So I think the ape said in the stream today that everyone will have 20. I've got 60 because it's 40 points I haven't put in. I did go through this another stream. But I've decided just to keep my 60 points. So when they do upgrade the tech tree, and they said they will eventually, could be 6 months down the line, 9 months. But as always, I am ready for it. I've got 60 skill points to put into things that I think will help my team be relevant. And I've said this in the last stream, that, you know, I've not upgraded some things. So the gun laser resistance, I don't see the point of it. I just don't. If your gunners are getting hit by a beam laser, then, you know, they're already in trouble. So, you know, you're probably not going to save them anyway. So, I would rather invest them in things that I would invest in. That's the idea. Is Skids 100% in the next batch? You better be. Autobot Phil, how have I got Bumblebee? So I'll go for my team as well, how I've got it set up. I'll explain why. So Blaster, I mean, if you haven't got this set up, then I don't see why. I know that Freezius was saying that he likes his Quintus on tracks. I think he said, or Cutthroat. I think he did anyway. And I think for that reason that he's saying that he wants some more DPS, because your sharks only last for, you know, 7 seconds. And I get what he's saying there. I do understand that. But for me, the problem with that, having it on a gunner is that those sharks spawn from that bot. So the sharks spawn from behind. And it all depends on, I'll talk to this about text, it all depends on what you want the sharks to do. Do you want the sharks to do damage? Or do you want them to distract defenses? Now, I use them to distract defenses. I don't use the sharks for damage. I don't look at the sharks and go, oh, they will give me X amount of DPS. When I look at this, I don't think, oh, I'm getting 20% more DPS damage. I'm thinking they're getting 20% of Blaster's health, and that means that beam lasers or anything else that are going to try and hit Blaster aren't hitting them. They're hitting the sharks instead. So it depends if you want to use them for extra DPS, or you want to use them for HP for distracting defenses. I use them for distracting defenses. So I want on a high HP bot at the front of my team, as far forward as I can get. So that's why. Then obviously Traxodon, because it heals along with the sharks. So it heals him for 12% damage done, but including what the sharks damage do as well. So it heals him for a crazy, crazy amount. And then Rook, so it is an argument on whether Rook should have Micronus or not. Should he have Shield Run or not? So Shield Run makes him stand back a lot. So people don't really like it. And I'm still on the fence even now. I'm not convinced either way. His Shield Run is great. The fact that, you know, it negates a lot of damage for him. It's great. It disables defenses. And it's like a popping an outpost for free. And I like all that. But the fact that then Rook sits back and then Blaster takes even more damage, that's another reason to have Quintus on him and have his minions, you know, have Blaster in the team. He's taking more damage because Rook's sitting back a bit more. And it has caused a few problems in the past where the animation takes so long that Rook doesn't pop an outpost, and in the meantime Blaster goes up and then Blaster pops the outpost and doesn't pop another outpost. So I might want to pop the combiner and the outpost at the same time, and then Rook sat back, and then Blasters move forwards, and then Blasters pop the combiner, and I haven't popped the outpost, and I've got to deal with it afterwards because of that. So Shieldran can be a bit of a nuisance sometimes. Micronus, I just like Micronus at the front. It just heals any bots at the front. Him and Blaster. My sort of philosophy is, if Micronus is healing him and Blaster, then they will protect my gunners. Their job is simple to pop outposts and protect my gunners. That is it. So if I can keep them healed, my gunners will be fine. My healers can heal whoever they want to. That's the idea. Some people put them on healers because the healers run ahead and heal your tanks and they're surrounded by the gunners. And there's no right and wrong answer, really. But I would have Micronus in your team at some point without a doubt. SG Jetfire, obviously, I did try it out on EO Core, but it just couldn't do certain things. So EO Core, and then Flak, just because of his DPS, so good DPS. Smoke Screen, as we saw earlier, G1 and Glitch, but that might change for a volatile mixture, I think, eventually, depending on the build bots. Hell, but if they go up. 6 gun, obviously volatile mixture. With Top Shot, I like it with Top Shot because on gunners they get the extra range still. So even though it's Top Shot and there's that close range, the gunners still sit quite far back. So I do like that. If you are going to use Top Shot, then put it on a gunner, because they do just sit back. So yeah, if you're going to put Top Shot on your team, then consider putting Top Shot on one of your gunners rather than a Jet or someone else. And then Bumblebee, because someone asked in the chat, I have with Nightstick and Alchemist just because he gets in trouble. He does run ahead a lot. It does become a focus point of all the attacks where they start hitting him, and so he needs a way to heal very quickly. I'd like a Scout Core. I have said that to the apes, some sort of healing behind it, or even a G1 Core for Bumblebee. I think that'd be brilliant. But Alchemist and Nightstick will do for now. Healer-wise, we've got Ratchet. So Ratchet is equipped with Rung and a Ray Booster. That's simple. And then Minerva is actually loaded up with Alpha Trion and Trip Up, because she obviously heals herself. So she has that healing tower, does crazy amount of healing. So I don't think she needs that extra healing that Ratchet does with that Ray Booster. And then Trip Up, obviously, to increase the speed of everyone. I'm not sold on Trip Up yet. I'm not sold on it. I might swap him out for Zor. I'm not sure I want the 5-star Trip Up. I don't think it does enough effect than what I thought it would do. I thought I would see a massive increase in my DPS and getting through bases. And although I'm getting through bases well, I don't like the idea of a minion combat with the amount of health he has. So he only has 8,800 health. So what I find is, because he has short range though, he's getting involved with other bots and then dying quite quickly. And I don't like companion combats that have low health, because they die. And so what's the point in having a combat on a bot that's not going to last the entire battle? If I want a combat on it, I want something that's going to equip that can't be lost. So if you put Top Shot on 6 gun, then Top Shot is always on 6 gun and won't go away unless 6 gun goes away. Where if you put a minion on your team, and that minion dies, you've lost any combat use the rest of the battle. So sometimes Trip Up will die in the first 30 seconds of the battle, and I'm getting 0 use of any combat then afterwards. Whereas, yeah, you could put Zor, it's another thing, it's another combat, but the difference is Zor has 17,000 health. It has double the health, so it stays alive a lot longer. So I'm not sold on Trip Up. I'm even contemplating next match, if I pull Nightstick first or second, not going for Trip Up. I think I would rather go for Big Daddy or Sidetrack rather than him. It all depends on the next bots that come out in that batch to make up the 5. It all depends on that. But yeah, that is generally my team. I've sort of explained how I use it, and yeah, it does well. You know, I've had to make some adjustments, like anyone. You know, when your scores start to drop, you need to analyse, think, why are my scores dropping? What's causing the problem? What's the solution? And go and look for solutions. You know, come in my streams, talk to people, ask their opinion, just try and get to find a way to get around it. You know, and then sadly, the aim of the game is going getting that bot and then going leveling that bot as fast as possible. So generally, I will get a bot from level 1 to like 63ish in about 2 or 3 weeks. Generally, I'll spend 1 week getting to level 40, put them in the lab. Another week getting to level 50, put them in the lab, leave them, and then once I get to 50. I will level them to 60. I will use a skip and then get them to like 63 in 1 weekend, and that's the plan with the Twin Twist this weekend. So yeah, there you go. If tried, Predicus, Overlord, and Galvatronus are off the table. Which is the next best attack combiner? So no Magna Boss. I'm trying to look at how they are. No Skylinks and oof. That's a hard one actually. Probably Computron or Volcanicus. I'd say one of these two. I'd say Computron or Volcanicus, different reasons. But yeah, definitely. Altus Max is pretty good, you know, since it's buff. Just not Superion, not Victorion, and not Defensor for attack. Although I've got to say, I am currently upgrading Defensor for defense. And the simple reason is that I've said in my streams that they're going to go towards time chat, I think, because they had the HP. And this guy having 111,000 health and then adding shield on to all the defenses, then that is absolutely stupid health. So, and when you sort of compare that 111 health at level 23 to, you know, 97.5 at level 24 Magna Omega, then yeah, you know, it's an extra 15-20k, it's like an extra outpost point I'll get through. So, and then the shielding as well. So yeah, crazy. Cool. Well, that is it for today's stream, guys. It's been extra long. I had quite a bit to go through. And just because I waffled on about Big Daddy too much. But he is a good combat. But again, let me know in the comments what you think of him. But yeah, thanks for everyone for joining the stream. And don't forget, in a week's time, is it 2 weeks time, we've got the a week's time I think it is, we've got the members giveaway of a $50 gift card to one of our platinum members. So if you're not a platinum member, guys, consider becoming a platinum member and be in with a shout of a $50 gift card. And I've said if we get above 20 members, I will make it $75. So consider being a platinum member, guys. But big thank you to already all my platinum members already. Big thank you. You help the channel keep what it is and keep me going. Big thank you for supporting the channel. And I will see you around, guys. Have a good event. I hope you really enjoy it. I hope you get the 4-star part if you're going for it. I hope you get plenty of shards. Hope you pull some great bots. And I will see you next week, guys. Thanks for joining and peace out, guys.